Hello everyone. In this video, we are going to discuss about InfyTQ practice problems. Problem number 1. Here is our problem. A string of comma separated numbers is given as input and the numbers 5 and 8 are present in the list. Assume that 8 always comes after 5. Which means he is saying that we have a string of numbers separated by comma and there are numbers 5 and 8 in that string, and also 8 always comes after 5. So 5 is the first occurrence and then 8 will come. So what we need to do is case 1 and case 2, there are two cases here, and in case 1 num1 is equal to add all numbers which do not lie between 5 and 8. Suppose if you take consideration of this example, 5 and 8 are there right here and at indices 3 and 6, right? So what is num1 is add all numbers which do not lie between 5 and 8 inclusive, okay? So we should add all the remaining numbers which do not lie between 5 and 8. We need to add them and that number is num1. So that's what he did. 3 plus 2 plus 6 plus 9 will be 20. Next, num2, number 2. Numbers formed by concatenating all numbers from 5 to 8. So we need to consider 5 to 8 numbers between 5 to 8 inclusive, and concatenate them. So the number will be 5148, right? By concatenating 5148. We'll get 5148 number. Now we found two numbers, and what is the result that we need to print? Output is simply add both these numbers and print. 20 plus 5148 will be 5168. That is the result. So we understood about problem, right? I will solve this problem in Python and Java. I suggest you to watch both Python and Java codes so that you will get clear idea about what is the logic difference between Python and Java, because Java doesn't have all the functions, features that we have in Python. So do watch both Python and Java. First we will see pseudocode and then we will go for Python and then Java. Let's see the pseudocode. So here is our pseudocode. What we are doing is first we should take input, right? So we need to take that string as input, right? So we need to take input first. And then what we are doing is splitting that input string into a list by using comma separator. So we have a delimiter as separator, right? So we, based on this character, we are splitting the entire string into a list of characters. Okay. See here, list every value 3 to each value is considered as a string. Okay. So that list is formed right here after in these numbers. And next, what we are doing is this numbers should be converted. Each value should be converted to integer rather than string. We prefer to take integer value, right? Because we are dealing with maths and we need integer rather than string, right? So we there is a function called map where you can supply which data type you need to convert that each individual element. We are passing that int as a data type and we are passing the list numbers, and this map function will convert all the values inside these numbers into integers, and that returns a map object. But we need a list, right? So we are converting again using the list function. We are converting the map object to list. Now we have a numbers list like 3, 2, 6, 5, 1, 4, 8 and 9. This is the list that we have in numbers right now, and we want the indices of 5 and 8, right? Because before 5 we need to add, after 8 we need to add, but in between 5 and 8 we need to concatenate, right? So in order to do that, we need indices of 5 and 8. So how do we find? To find an index of an element, we have a function called index. The list supports this function, numbers.index of 5. This will return the index of first occurrence of 5. Next, id8 is equal to numbers.index of 8. Same, this will return the index of first occurrence of 8. Okay. So num1 is simply taking the list of numbers from 0 index to 5th index. id5 will not be considered while slicing because n-1 slicing will be happening. So 0 to 2 index values will be taken into consideration. These three elements will be, a sublist will be taken. And next, numbers id8 plus 1 to till the end. So because id8 is at last before position, so these 9 will be taken into consideration as a sublist, and both these sublists will be added to form a list of 3, 2, 6, 8. And we are having a sum function in Python that will simply calculate the sum of the elements in the list. So 3 plus 2 plus 6 plus 8 will be 20. That is stored in num1. And num2 is equal to 0. We are initializing num2. And what we need to do is now, we should iterate from 5 to 8, element 5 to element 8, and concatenate all these elements. So we can use a string function. You can think that we can convert all these elements to string and we can use simply join function, right? So, but we are not doing that because we are discussing this problem because we don't want to use those extra functions. things, we can use limited set of things and we can do the same problem, right? So we can use simple mathematics to do that. So here is an equation. If you know this equation, you can simply do that. How this is happening, let's see. N is iterating variable and we are iterating from list of numbers from 5 to 8 elements. So the list of elements will be 5, 1, 4, 8, right? So first it will take 5 and let's say num2 is 0, right? So num2 into 10, 0 into 10 is 0. 0 plus 5 will be 5, right? So now num2 will have a 5 element. Next element is 1, right? So 1. So for 1, this expression is again evaluated. Num2 is having 5, right? So 5 into 10 will be 50 and plus 1. So this will become 51. Now we have 51 in num2. Next value is 4, right? So the num2 will have 510 because 551 into 10 is 510, right? So plus 4. Now we will have 514. Next, now we have a num2 is 514 and 5140 plus 8 here. So we'll add 8 which will result in 5148. Now we got num2 and num1. We can simply add those two and we will get a result of 5168. This is the pseudocode of the solution. So let's see Python code first and then Java. So as we discussed, the same logic, whatever we implemented, whatever the pseudocode that we have written, the same thing is applied in Python. Okay, let's see, we have a numbers and we have taken the input and splitted that in based on comma. And then we used map function directly. Instead of 2 lines, I have taken in single line. I have converted the splitted list, whatever the strings list, numbers list into map object by using map function, and then again I converted that into list. So numbers will have like this. Okay, numbers having like this, some 3 2 1 4 8 like this. A list is there, whatever the list that we have passed. Okay, next id5 and id8 we are finding out using the same method that we have discussed in pseudocode, and num1 is also same, num2 the same procedure is used. Let's see the output. Okay, so what is the input that we need to give? Let's see. So this is the input, right? Let's take this as input. See, we found out num1 is 20 and num2 is 5148 and the result is 5168. For reference only I am printing this num1 and num2. There is no need to print this and we can directly print the result. Okay, let's see. Okay, 3 2 6 5 1 4 8 9. That's it. See, 5168 is the result. Let's go for Java. We have certain limitations in Java while using array concept, so we are required to change some logic. Let's see, here we are taking a scan function and a scanner object and as a scan, and we are reading the input scan.next line, and again we are splitting that using this split function. We don't have any functions like map, those kind of functions in this Java, so that we can convert those each element into an integer, but we need to go for a procedural way. Let's see that. We declare a numbers integer int array with the length of the num string. Next we are declaring id5 and id8 as 0 0. So we are iterating from 0 to length of the num string, and for each number what we get, for each number we are converting each value, I mean each string value which is present inside this num string, converting into int and storing in numbers at ith index. Okay, so after adding that element, we are checking whether the element we added is 5 or not. If it is 5, we can simply say id5, we can store I as id5. If it is 8, we can simply store id8 as I. Okay, that's it. And next we have id5 and id8. What we need to do now is we need to do the operations. We need to find out num1 and num2. So num1 is simply adding all the elements other than numbers between 5 and 8, and concatenating between 5 and 8 will result in num2, right? So we are iterating from 0 to numbers.length, and whenever the I value is between id5 and id8, we are going to just concatenate using this expression. Whenever the this condition is not satisfied, which means the numbers which out of these two limits 5 and 8 will be just added to num1. Okay, so we have number 1 and number 2, and we are adding number 1 and number 2, casting them integer. Because why? Because when we add number 1 and number 2, this will be concatenated, okay, by default in string function in system.out.println. That's why we are using typecasting here, integer. int so that we get result. Let's see the execution process. So let's see. Okay. Just copy this and paste it here. So here 20 is num1 and 5148 is num2 and 5168 is result. Remember that this is just a practice, not these are previous questions. We are just practicing coding and how to crack this InfyTQ coding exam. Okay, these will help you to solve problems, will boost your confidence to solve in InfyTQ final round. If you like this video, do subscribe and share with your friends. Thank you.